Fellas, today's a beautiful Friday, so you know what that means? Let's talk about cars, yo. Hit it, Pedro! What's going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me today in Let's Talk About Cars. Yo, there's a lot of new people on the channel. Thank God. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what's happening. So we appreciate you watching this. This is a show where I talk about cars with you guys. It's a conversation. Don't take everything as a statement. It's a fact. It's more of a conversation. So let's get the conversation started with the first subject. And the first subject comes courtesy of Ford, with a lot of Ford news. Starting with something awesome that Ford's working on right now. Ford's working on developing software along with a few cameras they want to put on their cars so that no one can go in the wrong direction on freeways. That means that whenever someone's gonna get drunk, this happens a lot in the States, don't ask me why. A lot of off ramps, on ramps look the same, people get confused, and especially when they're drunk, people get on the other side of the freeway and then they start driving the opposite way and terrible things happen. So Ford's the first one saying, you know what, we wanna get rid of that problem, at least that I'm aware of. And they're gonna do it with a combination of GPS technology, which is software, and also cameras. I mean, it's something so simple yet so brilliant, right? How long have we been having these accidents and no one's been doing that for a while? So Ford, kudos to you for taking care of something that's so important to us and so dangerous for everyone. Fuck, it's the scariest thing ever. How's that gonna work? Most likely it'll be if you get on an off ramp, on ramp, and if you're heading in the opposite direction, the car will know where you are based on the GPS, and in that moment it'll lock itself so that you can't go in there. Awesome shit. And on the second part of the conversation about Ford, I want to talk to you guys about Ford combining forces with BlackBerry so they can develop software for their cars. I know this sounds really weird and strange, and to some people it's going to be like, are you serious? But think about this. BlackBerry used to be a company that used to sell phones. I think they still sell phones, but they don't make them anymore. Now, BlackBerry specialized in security. So before you had your iPhone, a lot of people probably told you, hey, you should use a BlackBerry because no one can steal your emails and all of that. So that's why BlackBerry's always been like bulletproof across the board with security. So now what they want to do, what Ford's trying to get from that is they want to use that software in their car so that no one can hack them. So think of all the fears that everyone's like, what if they hack my Tesla and I can't drive it anymore? That can happen in any car, by the way. Any car that has a modern day computer, anyone can hack the car remotely from anywhere, not just electric cars, and take them over. So Ford is joining forces with BlackBerry to say, enough of that, that's not gonna happen anymore. We're gonna stop that. Or at least we're gonna make it as hard as possible with our cars through that partnership with BlackBerry. Now, how is that gonna work? BlackBerry bought a couple years back. I don't know, let me give you a little bit of backstory. So back in the day, I used to review phones. I used to do the same thing I do with cars, or I was doing with cars almost every day. I had a great time. And I specialized in BlackBerry, so I understand that company a little bit more than I understand the other companies, because that was my main focus. I was very passionate about the company, and it was so hard to see it go down in flames just because they couldn't catch up with times. The one good thing that they did in the middle of everything that was going on, they bought a company called QNX. QNX is a company that develops software. And BlackBerry did that because they wanted to update their software. Their OS was garbage on their phones. And also, they wanted to put a product out in the marketplace called, it was a tablet. I can't remember what the tablet was called, but it was a BlackBerry tablet, and you can send everything from your phone to BlackBerry. So basically everything an iPad does right now. And QNX are the company that they bought in charge of that. I don't know if you remember, BlackBerry software was shit. BlackBerry browsing was shit. The only thing they really had going on was their messenger and the encryption in their systems for messaging. So to me, what's really interesting is that we end up getting that QNX component into the cars, and that's what people want to use, and that's what Ford wants to use within their car. It's kind of awesome to see that from the phone world coming into the car world, and hopefully it'll work this time for them. I know that QNX makes sick software. I'm not sure where they stand these days, but back in the day, they were like the lead guys. So let's see. Good luck with that, Ford. I hope it works out pretty well. Jumping into the next segment on What Tickles My Pickle. Well, I'm gonna tell you what tickles my pickle today, guys. And what tickles my pickle today is the brand new Rolls Royce that's about to come out. The new version of the Phantom has been spotted already out there, and it looks sick. Yeah, it's camoed. You can tell that they fixed a little bit of the lights. It still has a big grille, the big presence. That's never gonna change in a Rolls Royce. What I'm really excited about, it's a line that lasted 13 years. I never understood it, because every time you see a video review, it's just someone wearing a suit, and I'm like, I don't want to be like the guy in a suit being a douchebag, like jumping in your car like that.
No, 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 no.
And right now, Rolls are one of my favorite brands. They make the dopest, fucking most comfortable car with the best sound system, the best materials, smooth ass engines. Everything about the experience is amazing. The only thing I'm gonna request, and I already did this to their face, to the marketing department, to the marketing guys, to North America guys, to their design team, please, please guys, and I know you don't care, please just give me something more advanced than a fucking 2007 BMW 3 Series screen. Please, please, just even if you do like a 2012 like 7 Series, maybe would be better. But please, guys, let's move with technology. It's just not good right now the way it stands. Please, please. That's the only thing. The car I'm so excited about. You know, it's gonna have like that big V12 engine for the most part, or something that moves it along like that. And the car's gonna be heavy. It's gonna have the traditional Rolls-Royce suspension that it's delicious. It's gonna have the presence. It's gonna have the everything that Rolls makes. And I'm very excited about that car. It's been a long time coming, and I was really never interested in the Phantom per se. But you know what? Which one I really like? The drop head. So whenever they make those, I'll probably try to get one. Very excited, and that totally tickles my pickle now. And jumping into our weekly On the Verge of Depreciation, this week we have something very interesting, something that I never thought I'd say. And this week's Verge of Depreciation is the Porsche 911R. Yep, like the one I'm getting. The reason why I'm talking about it is simple. When the car came out, one of them sold in Europe for about 1.3 million euros because everyone was so excited. Last manual, classic car from Porsche with a big engine. So that you understand, this car to collectors in Porsche's eyes back when it was announced was the most legendary and epic car that Porsche will ever make and never make another one again. The reason why this car is on the verge of depreciation, while it's already depreciating actually, but it's not depreciating. The overvalue is not as over as it was back in the day, right? And the reason for that is that they're making a GT3, a brand new GT3 with a manual. Everyone just wanted this 911R, aside from being, it's cool, it's lightweight and everything, but everyone just really wanted it because it was more than just a collector's car. It was like kind of like the new 4.0, but not a racing version of that, if that makes any sense whatsoever to anyone. I hope it does. That's what everyone thought, we all thought it was gonna be. Then we saw that they were coming out with a GT3 with a manual, and then everyone started asking like, is this for real? And it was for real. So from 1.3 million euros that it sold, cars started selling in the States for around $700,000. Then some other guys bought it for like $550,000. And right now we're like at barely $200,000 over off sticker price. Don't get me wrong, that's still really good. Do I still think it's gonna go down more? Oh, hell yeah. Is this terrible for me? Oh, hell yeah. But it is what it is. I can't just say, I can just pretend that, you know, it's not gonna happen. It's my car, you know, we all get it every now and then. So on the verge of depreciation, the 911R, even though it's not real depreciation, it's just like less value, if that makes any sense. It's obviously disappointing. It's a little bit disappointing, but it's not the end of the world, you know? You want to drive the car, you want to buy the car for driving it. I like that it's getting rid of this fucking bullshit market where everyone's just so like, oh, I want to make money on a car. I want to make money on a car, like immediately. It's been bad. Anyways, guys, the last bit of self-promo, please make sure to tune in on Monday for the show that we're putting together that we're going to be shooting at Evan Paul's. I'll be going in as Carlos Del Worthington, the super car salesman of Mexico. So yeah, please check it out on Monday, guys. With that said, I'm gonna leave you with a question of the day. Do you think that 911R is gonna lose even more than where it's at right now at $200,000 over sticker? There's only 991 made. They're all spoken for and a high demand for them, even though the prices are dropping. What do you guys think the bottom line price on that car is? Thank you very much for watching, guys. I truly appreciate it. I missed you. I'll see you later. And I do not approve this message. That would be ridiculous. Nah. Peace.